bottom center, we have our Zerg player cheesing out that last game. That timing, he is.
GSL Green Wings.
Log. Log.
Vogue.
Vogue magazine. And in the upper left, with his Gumiho on crack style.
CJN2's Bunny.
Just thinking other things. Generic Green Wings, Doge. So intro. So intro. Very re-recorded.
So intro, yeah, very no retakes.
Many pitch lowered. Wow. Very accent.
Again, I believe we're getting another shot. Oh, no, we don't know who.
We don't know who.
Mystery viewer. So, I do wonder here. I think it's whatever. Honestly, I've been casting StarCraft II since the very beginning, and I do get really excited actually when I see people's parents come in the studio. It almost chokes me up a little bit every time I see it. I'm like, aw.
Yeah. Well, there's always like different types of parents when it comes to supporting pro gamers and esports.
Yeah, there certainly are.
I got really choked up when I saw Cassia, who's currently on Prime, get picked as MVP, and when he was in the interview, he said in the interview that his parents don't really support him and they never watch him play, so they're probably not watching when the cast was asked about his family.
Oh, wow.
And that was actually, for me, just this moment of like watching this guy who had so much trouble actually finally have his moment and just say, yeah, I know my family's not watching. They gave up on me. And I was like, oh my God. So, I mean, not every family really supports, careers in esports in Korea, but it's good
really
to see those who do.
Bunny's parents down here.
Yeah, that makes me feel really, really happy.
And it's not that if your parents aren't there, like live at an esports event, they aren't supporting you either. But it's just like, it's really touching when we do see it here. I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
Well, these games have been nuts. Tell your friends, guys. They got a few more minutes left to get in here and catch the last game that's going to decide this group. It all comes down to this. He's going to go chase this Overlord away. Oh, actually, looks like he just barely misses it.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of funny. So now he probably thinks the Zerg is spawned to the top right, which is incorrect.
Oh, I think the SCV just poked in. Anyways, we got the command center coming down now. He does see it. And it's going to be a pretty normal game from here on out from these two. We got the factory starting up, the reactor being made. It's very clear Hellions are going to be used here. We have a Roach Warren.
Wow, this is definitely no pressure play here. Wow. I can't believe Rogue's going to bank his whole Code S life right now on this Roach Warren.
Yeah, I
cannot believe
so
that, man.
He's gonna pull up a little bit of extra resources, and this is. I honestly thought that this was not at all how Rogue was going to play today. I thought it was.
This isn't how he normally plays.
No, it's not. But let's see. I mean, this is. Oh gosh.
Takes a lot of guts, man, to Roach Rush a Terran while his family is watching.
He's got 6 Roaches being made, 7 now.
Might even get like one more with the
I
next
think
wave
he
of resources.
From the way the resources are balancing out.
Yeah,
there it is. And he might, I don't know. Question is what kind of rush is this? Is this one that's going to end the game?
Well, it's going to be tough because he doesn't have speed for Zerglings for a follow-up. He's going to be able to just ignore these Hellions. He's got Queens at home to defend. And since Bunny didn't really scout, didn't have a Reaper scout, he has no idea what's coming. The first glimpse of this is going to be right now. Right now he sees it.
Bam.
And now he's like, oh my God, thank God I'm going Banshees because that is going to be so important here. He needs to start a bunker on the top of the ramp.
Yeah, I think
I don't even know why.
I think he needs to evacuate the. Well, there's actually nothing much at the second. He might just want to leave it there to see if it gets attacked, and then he can pick up.
He's going to try to slow this down with his Hellions.
Okay, it's so far so good, but still pretty serious threat here. No, oh God, oh, he needs to get up, he needs to get up.
Oh, that was so scary.
That was very, very scary. The Banshee's almost out.
Actually, I think he might be able to just hold here. He needs to repair that depot.
Well, the depot at the bottom's the one being hit, and I don't know if that's going to be repaired in time, especially not with the army blocking it like this.
The Widowmine gets out. The Widowmine gets out. We'll get a shot. Nice, and the Banshee pops as well. This is getting really nicely held here, but back at home, Rogue has droned like a madman and is going straight to Spire, it looks like.
You know what? I got to say, this is nowhere near the damage that I thought it was going to do here from the Zerg.
Almost no damage virtually here.
Yeah, virtually no damage. When you consider the number of roaches that were picked off here, this is actually a huge success. But there's always plan B.
Yeah, I think he might just go straight into Spire here. He has the spores ready for the Banshee. And
I gotta say, I really am surprised that he handled that as well as he did, especially when I saw the not vultures, excuse me, Hellions get blocked out by the depots for a second. I thought, oh man, this could be bad. So, yeah, the Banshee comes down now.
He's actually going into a second Roach push. More Roaches and Roach speed. It's not going to be a Spire.
Okay.
He needs to hide this from the Banshee, though. Oh,
okay,
God.
the
Hellions getting some kills as well. That's huge.
The Banshee is here now. Gets a few kills. 8 kills actually total, but that's not all workers.
Right, some of those for the Roaches and earlier.
I think from here, this is actually a straightforward game for Bunny. I think he just
has to not make mistakes.
And frankly, just make stuff. I mean, Zerg is not on a third base. Terran is on a third command center. There it is now, and that's about to be an orbital. Landing mules. This expansion, the Zerg started now.
Stim is going to be done by the time the attack hits, most likely. If he identifies its Roaches, he could even maybe make some siege tanks to make him Marauders right now, not because this is coming, but I mean just because, and that's actually going to be pretty helpful.
Well, I think he's got a good feel for what's going on. I think he saw those Roaches with the Hellions. I think he's I think he should be able to handle this. Even a bigger nuisance here.
Okay, now he's 100% sure.
Yeah,
that's a great scan. He sees all the Roaches.
Oh, look at this. He sends the medevac in. It makes some of the Roaches go back. A really nice play. He tricked him.
So cool.
And
he's got 2 Widow Mines at the front of the base. I'd like to see perhaps more Widow Mines at the front.
We have not seen a play like that with the medevac duping the other player in a while. I think if Bunny wins this, actually. I have to say, from the way this series started out, actually I should say this entire Code A started out, from the way it's ending, Bunny's really improved. Now, here come the Roaches.
All right, 2 Widow Mines are going to do some shots here. 1 gets picked off, actually.
Actually, 2 now.
Yeah. Okay, this Banshee is so annoying. He has to do or die here. He can't just sit and wait and be indecisive. And Bunny now has that third base, considering moving. He's actually moving it, actually, as I speak. Stim is done. Combat Shields are on the way. He's about to have 1-1. And Mutalisks are the next wave here, but if those don't do a lot, then Bunny's going to be in an insanely good position with triple base economy, triple mules, the 1-1, the combat shields. He's even moving across the map right now because he's not scared of Roaches at all.
No, I mean, no need to be here. Supplies, Terran a little bit behind the Zerg. I got to say, Rogue's done some very good handling since the start of that rush.
Yeah.
He's definitely done a good job. One problem is without the Spire out, and I mean, completed, and Muta's on the way here. The rushes, I mean, the drops, I should say, from Bunny can really just go uncontested, as we're already seeing here. Baneling's Nest only just now started. I do feel like that is a bit late.
Oh.
Ooh. Got to be careful there. Whoa, don't do that either.
And Baneling Nest coming down. Let's see. I mean, he's going to need that to defend the next pushes coming across. 2-2. Starting now. Was contaminated or corrupted earlier, but he didn't have anything researching at that time, so
he's
nice kiting here.
I think Terran can actually, again, like we said in a lot of these games, just group up here. Actually, no, you know what? Let me retract that. I think
this is a different situation.
There's no Spire. I take that statement back. Not that I'm looking at this again.
There's a few units there for free regardless. But groups up here, and there's no Banelings just yet, but there's a lot of Roaches on the ground, and this is pure Marine. Even with upgrades, it's going to be tough to fight this. The Roaches do have +1, if I'm not mistaken, though, right?
I believe you are correct on that.
Flyer's almost done.
So 26 slings now. A really substantial Zerg ground army here. But so far, Bunny has not, blundered any of the medevacs into any spores or lost them to Queens. We have the regrouping possibly happening, but the Banelings are being made.
Drops are going all over the place over here.
Oh, man.
2 Widow Mines.
Oh, man. He could still pick up here, too.
only one Marauder gets picked off.
Widowmine's now isolated in the Zerg's base. If he gets an Overseer over there, he can take care of that 4th command center. I believe we have a Zerg macro hatch at the 3rd base here for the Zerg.
Yeah.
Okay, again, he's got to be careful. Mutas are now out.
Oh, such a good position here. Bunny is the king of finding these.
Yeah, look at this. This is like so well placed. It's doing so much more damage than one would ever expect it to. Rogue does, however, clean it up.
He's going to have 2-2 Tasis before 1-1 is done for Rogue.
Wow.
But he needs to get his army together. He's, again, fighting in these small groups. Could just continue to push on the area where he's pushed the creep back so far. Gonna instead just go for a triple drop. And Rogue is actually taking a supply lead here.
Yeah, Rogue actually with very good handling, despite things went very well for Bunny. Although maybe I spoke too soon. This drop is now coming down here. Widowmine has been burrowed.
He's going for a counterattack.
Over here at the top. The Muta's now coming down here to help out.
They go for the spawning pool, it looks like here.
He actually might get that Overseer before the Muta's. No.
Not going to happen.
Nope, not going to happen.
Close, but nope. And he's losing a lot of medivacs for this.
Attack over here in the middle, too.
Yes. But again, it's a small group of units. It's not quite enough to break through. And look at the supplies. Look at the army supply. Bunny is being overwhelmed here. He's 2 upgrade sets up right now, but in just a moment, Rogue is going to make it 1 upgrade set. 16 Mutas on the map. That's a big problem.
Yeah, it's a very big problem because if they get to harass in time, the harass doesn't do anything. We got a Banshee out here now.
Brave Banshee.
Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, he pulls him really late.
Okay, not actually losing a lot of workers back there.
Could have been much worse.
Yeah, could have been much, much worse considering how many were actually there. He definitely saw that in time.
All right, this base should be canceled.
Okay, so again, it's Zerg on 3 base, Terran barely on 4 base. I believe he's only just now going to start mining there again. Another drop. He does hit the Spire, actually. That's actually pretty important at this phase right now.
Yeah.
To not be able to make lings really hurts.
Uh-oh, this is a lot of Zerg, though, catching reinforcements as they come out one by one. And those Widowmines don't actually hit Mutas. Drop continues over here meanwhile, but let's see if Bunny can hold you. This is a lot of Zerg killing his reinforcements in small numbers. Can he fight this? He's got Banelings with speed on the right and Mutas on the left. Nowhere to run. Now he's picking up those medivacs. This is looking really good for Rogue right now. Bunny dropping in supply.
Bunny in a really hard spot right now. He's spread a bit too thin on defense everywhere. Zerg right in the middle of it. Zerg will probably be able to take out the 3rd and the 4th here. In fact, there's a possibility he even pushes up towards the main.
Well, this planetary is still alive for now. And that's his stronghold, but the Mutalisks are just going to come over and punish it.
I don't believe the turrets are going to finish in time
don't
for
think
this
so.
to matter. Burrow just finished, by the way, so we should Burrow shenanigans. Okay, this may be the moment where if Terran can't pull it back together, and I mean hard,
things are really starting to fall apart.
Yeah, things are just going to stay.
And here he goes, coming in on these medivacs.
This is too much. This is way too much.
Way too much.
Shoot to 91 with Roaches and Mutas.
Started with the Roach attack, and now he's finishing it with Roaches and Mutas. They all have +1 attack, and they are coming in hard.
Despite Bunny's upgrade advantage, again, it's about prioritizing where your army's going to be. SE is coming here to try to defend. I got to say, nice control here by Bunny. I think there's just too many Roaches and Mutas, though.
The Roaches are just so tanky, and the Mutalisks do everything else.
Yeah, the Mutalisks interrupt any of the tankiness that could be threatened by the Marauders. It doesn't matter because the Mutas' presence is too strong.
Yeah.
It's now 46 supply with Zerg over doubling that.
And he's just getting the rest of these Roaches right
Zerg
across
actually
the map.
over tripling that.
I'm actually really surprised he just made Roach Muta work as a comp.
Well, he seemed to have a really good follow-up with how to handle it. I thought Bunny was in pretty good shape, but...
Well, it's funny because he originally just used Ling Muta Baneling like you'd expect, and then after he clears most of the bio, he just deals with these small groups of units with Roaches, I think partially because of the upgrade advantage, because when you're down in upgrades, it's not as important when Marines are fighting big tanky Roach units when there's an overwhelming amount of Roaches versus an overwhelming amount of Lings that might get stuck behind a wall or something. Roaches are still going to get the job done. And, you know, when you have this much economy, you're this far ahead, why not Roach it all the way? Good splitting here, but Banelings aren't the issue anymore. They're certainly going to help finish the game here.
This is going to be the GG moment here. You cannot recover from this. The
Definitely.
Roach is just way too strong. And that's going to be it. I got to say, Bunny had a great showing, though. I enjoyed his play, but Rogue was overall the better player here.
A few scans go down to check other various parts of the map as in his last moments here. I don't know what he scanned. Maybe just fourth base.
Yeah, probably just see what else was remaining there. Bunny now processing the loss. GG.
Rogue, a very hard-fought series. Will return to Code S. Wow. And that's a great win to go into Pro League next week, by the way. We'll be facing KT Rolster.
Yeah. Big morale boost there for him. I got to say, a fantastic set of games here today. Bunny had a very good showing here, but
just showing a little bit of nerves, and
you can see he's got the multitasking ability, and we saw him get better and better and better in the games as they went on throughout the night. But in the end, it's there was like almost a little bit too much harass when there didn't need to be harassed.
Yeah, overdropping a little bit. I feel like I would love to see him use that style against a Protoss. I think that could be a little bit more effective.
Especially, when you consider it's easier to outposition a Protoss's army, with the Colossi, and occasionally they don't have the Stalkers in the right spot, or they don't have enough, especially in late game, where I think Bunny was doing a little bit better even with the drops.
Sure.
They might not have enough Zealots to warp in certain places, but it's too bad. Life and Bunny were knocked out. They showed a lot of heart in their games. Big upset, by the way, with Life getting knocked out.
Yeah, that's really a big upset. Yeah. And I don't know, guys, it's been a really good day of matches. Take a look at our results. I mean, first of all, Rogue beats Bunny in the first match they play. Stats is able to beat Life 2-1, then beats Rogue, so winning 2 PVZs in a row to get out. Then Bunny beats Life, narrowly edges him out in a TVZ there, so Bunny has to play 3 TVZs. After that, he rematches Rogue, and Rogue is barely able to edge out the win there. Starts with the Roach push, really solid defense there, and is able to seal the win as our second Code S player in this group, our 4th for the day. And I think we're going to take a look at tomorrow's matches, our final groups. Starting things off with Group H, Trap versus Alive, and another Terran for CJ Antis versus Roro, perhaps. I'm not sure. I'm like forgetting who that is. I think that must be. I don't know. It could just not be a Terran. I don't know who that is.
We have 2 Alives. That's what happened. It's actually 2 clones.
Yeah, we cloned
Clone
him,
Wars, man. We also have Stork, Trust, Younghwa, Fantasy. And after that, guys, that's going to wrap up Code A.
And notably,
right into Code S.
By the way, in those 2 groups, we have 2 newly teamless players in Trap and Younghwa. Both of them announced to leave Incredible Miracle yesterday.
Yep.
And are looking for new teams. As far as I know, I heard there'll be a press release coming up after Code A. So don't know what teams are joining, but we'll have to wait and see.
We will. Great work as always today, Wolf. I don't know if you guys have been following us all day, but this has been, I think, a 9-hour cast for us today.
It's been fun, though.
Two blocks started at 1, ending whatever time now is. It's been a blast. Good job as always, Wolf. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. We love you guys. Join us tomorrow for the final day of the GSL Code A. Good night.